It is officially day 16 of horror movie reviews, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most beloved horror franchises of all time, Friday the 13th. And yes, I know I'm wearing a mask with all this, just for character. I'm probably not going to be wearing this mask all day, but, just for the video. So a few things I want to get over about this franchise is, in my opinion, I think it is one of, if not the best horror franchise that has ever existed. Don't get me wrong, Michael Myers is cool, I like Freddy Krueger, Chucky is, well, had some questionable movies, but besides that, I do love Jason a lot. He's one of my favorite horror characters, if not my favorite horror antagonist. I'm quoting that because I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's an antagonist of the series. Now, obviously, all these movies are not perfect in any way, shape, or form. Some of them are ridiculous, such as Jason Goes to Manhattan, or, Jason X, where he's in outer space. But just then, it's not like the films, although are kind of dumb, they still have some really good and creative kills. I'd argue that Jason probably kills people more creatively than Michael Myers does. This mask is like crushing my face. Now, when it comes to this franchise, I would say my favorite Friday the 13th movie would probably be Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I like how you see a more grown-up Tommy, because we've seen him before as a child, as a pre-teenager, and then like a pretty young teenager, and then now as like a young adult who's trying to get rid of Jason forever. Now, the whole concept of it is pretty much a similar thing with each movies. He dies or he drowns, and then Jason does come back. Yes, it's a little repetitive, however, then again, the franchise does have some really nice kills. And, well, you can't really ignore something like that. I'd say my only criticism with the franchise is how later down the line the film started to sort of stray away from what it originally was. For example, if you were to take Jason X and you were compared to, let's just say, the first Friday the 13th. Okay, obviously those are two different, because the first one, it's his mom that's the serial killer, and that one, he's the serial killer and he's in fucking outer space. But, still, it's not like it just had a continuing storyline, which is another problem with the series. The story is a little confusing, because some things don't really make sense. Like, how the hell in Jason Goes to Hell, his spirit possesses people. But then in Jason X, he's in outer space. How does that shift between the two? Keep in mind, I don't know the franchise like in the back of my hand. I just know some of it. Just not like a lot to call myself a diehard fan. Now, back to Jason. One of my favorite things about the character is, in my opinion, he is one of the coolest slasher designs I've ever seen. Seriously, if you look at Jason from, Part 6, 7, 8, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, I loved his design in that. And technically, I know it's not like a real thing, it's a fan film or a fan series. The Never Hike Alone series, they got a really good Jason. I really did enjoy that series. Honestly, the people who created it, kudos to them. The fact that they even got the actor for Tommy Jarvis to appear in the series, that's awesome, dude. Now, some of you may know the reason we haven't got anything recently about Friday the 13th, or at least any movie, is because of a lawsuit between, I believe, the writer and the director. I could be wrong. I have to fact check that. But yeah, it was basically saying who the rights would go to. I think it was eventually settled where the writer got all the rights to the franchise, and they are working on a prequel TV series. Some type of TV series. I don't know what exactly it is. I'm gonna have to look it up, because I think they did cast the mom, like his mom, in that series. So, I mean, I'm not like crazy about horror TV series. Like, I'd rather prefer a horror movie. But I mean, I'd be down for it. And speaking of horror series, that new It show is coming out, or is already out. I want to see that, but I barely remember like the 2017 It, and I forgot about the second one, to be honest. So I'm going to have to rewatch those two, and then I'll watch the series, and because I am kind of interested to see like a prequel-ish, which is ironic because the first one is technically a prequel, and then the second one takes place like years out there. But we're not going to get too far into that. The point is, I do want to check out that series. No, honestly, besides some of these pros and cons about the Friday the 13th franchise, one thing that I would say is the best part is it's not just the movies themselves, but just, how this franchise itself has expanded more than just movies. You have the video games, you have the comic books, you got merchandise, toys, like honestly, and I would honestly say one of my personal favorite designs of every other iteration of him is the comic book one. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just like, well, he looks better in drawing, but he looks really intimidating. And also the crossovers as well. Freddy vs. Jason. I can't think of what it's called. Shit. Ash Williams, I completely forgot about him. And technically there was a small crossover with Dexter Morgan. There's nothing, I don't know too much about that one, but I mean, it did happen, so, you know. And honestly, yeah, this franchise is probably like just one of my favorites in the whole horror genre. I do like Chucky, like, well, I kind of like him. It's not like his movies are bad, it's just, he's a doll, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You're telling me, like, people are dying to a doll, which, yes, I get it. Oh, you know, he's got the strength of a man trapped in a doll's body. It's still a doll. You can kick the little and he'll go flying. Freddy I do like as well. He is funny. I feel like what kind of tainted Freddy for me was the remake or the reboot they did of him, where in that version, I think he was depicted more as a child molester, which, yes, okay, I do get it. He did kill children in the movies, which I understand that. But I feel like it's just kind of a weird thing to say, oh, you know, he did both as well. Yeah, because we're changing it up. Like, if, obviously, the killing children thing was fucked up. I get that. But, I don't know. I'm just not crazy about, like, how they did that. I have hiccups, so I'm sorry. Now, like I said, this was mainly horror movie reviews. So the Jason movies that I do like is, I like Part 6. I like 7 with the mind control girl. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about that one. Although it is ridiculous, I do kind of like Manhattan because, yeah, it is stupid, but it is kind of nice seeing him in a whole new area. You know, instead of being at this, like, small little lake area, he's in now New York City, which is kind of, you know, an interesting idea to have a serial killer in there, which I'm pretty sure has been done before, but I like the idea. I also liked Freddy vs. Jason. I know, okay, the movie has a lot of problems, some acting, some visual effects, but if you're definitely wanting to see like Freddy and Jason fight, you're gonna get it. It just takes time to build up to it, but I would argue that it had a better build up than Batman vs Superman did, which I know that's saying a lot. And I also like the trilogy of the Never Hike Alone series. I like the first one, the second, and the third one. And the best part is all three of these you can watch for free on YouTube. Seriously, I'll leave links in the description to these series. If you have not seen them, I highly recommend them. They are done really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this review. This is sort of just a ramble. If you interrupt me one more time, I'm gonna throw you against the wall. But yeah, like I was saying, this was just one of those like pretty short reviews. It's not really short because now I'm actually gonna do like more reviews like this. Most of the time, the reason why I record them on my phone is because if I do forget or it gets late, it's just like, oh, I gotta do a quick one. Plus, you know, some of the reviews I talk about on my phone, or like the shorter videos, they're movies that I've seen. It's just, I'd rather save, you know, the more bigger known franchises for longer videos. Like Smile, I'm definitely going to do the first one more longer. I'm not going to do the phone, you know. But yeah, besides that, I have nothing really much to say about this franchise. I do love it a lot. If I had to give it an overall rating of everything, all the movies and everything, if you're including comic books, video games, I'm going to give it a solid 9, which I know some people think really a solid 9, even though there's like pretty crappy Jason movies. Yeah, there are pretty crappy Jason movies, but then again, not every horror franchise is going to have like perfect movies. For example, Scream is not going to have perfect. Nightmare on Elm Street is not going to have perfect. Leatherface, I heard, does not always have good movies. Like, you remember the 2017 one? I think I saw that. It's just, I wasn't crazy about it. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know why it just doesn't fit for Leatherface. That's just my opinion though. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Sorry, I'm just kind of ranting. You know, it is Halloween month as well. And also, on Halloween Day I will review the franchise of, well, Halloween. I thought it'd be ironic. Some other videos that I would recommend you guys look out for is I'll do a review on the FNAF series because FNAF 2 will be coming out shortly. Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream. And also this month is production for the Batman Face of Fear series. I had a lot of fun with part 1. Part 2 is taking some time because one of the props is taking longer than I need to make. It's 3D printing issue, so I gotta quickly deal with that. But yeah, besides that, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later. Adios.